What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're doing a little renovation here. We're all getting hot and sweaty. It just rained, so it's really humid right now, and we're just ripping off this paneling to start with. We don't have any ideas yet. I mean, we've looked at some pictures to get some ideas of what kind of concept to do in here. I know I definitely want to redo the floors. What's that stuff called? That garage floor,
The swish tracks?
the tracks, yeah, they're like squares. I know I want to do that. As far as color scheme, I don't know what I want to do as far as colors yet, but I know we're going to do some custom stuff for the new car that's coming. So follow us along with our renovation, and soon we'll be taking delivery of our new car.
Look, this nail was sitting inside of the outlet.
All right, so we got that paneling almost off. We still have that one over there, and then a little piece over here we have to take off, and then all these rails. So we're just getting it ready to prep as far as spackling, fixing any holes, patching, and then we'll get the painting and move it.
What color are we gonna do it? I think we should do something dark, like
Yeah, I want to
black or like
We'll
gray.
leave the ceiling white, I think, and then do the walls dark, like gray, or I don't know about black.
Black would look good though.
It's gonna make
Like
it's gonna make it look
picture
small.
they
It's already a
sent.
small garage. It's gonna make it look even smaller. That black. So white ceiling, or maybe a black ceiling and gray walls.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll look good.
With the
Yeah.
if we get lights too, I think it will look good with the black.
Yeah, eventually I want to do the honeycomb LED lights that a lot of people are doing now. And plus, it'll give us some more light.
See right here, if we get a new door, we can get something that rolls up into there.
Yeah.
Instead of having all these tracks, then we'll have all this open space.
That's another thing where that would be last. We're thinking about redoing the door, like Evan was talking about. Instead of having this kind here, they do make the kinds that just roll up here, and you don't have all these rails. It just rolls up right at the top there. So we're just stacking everything, all the junk in the middle. All right, so we just got back from Home Depot. We got some spackle, since we did get all the shelving and all that paneling, the hang tools, the old school style of hanging your shovels, your rakes. So we got everything off except for this part. So we're gonna focus on this, start spackling, first coat, retaping, and patched up some holes. So we're gonna get onto this side next. And once we're finished the first coat of spackle, we're gonna move over here and take that paneling off. We got most of the spackling done on that side of the garage. Now, when we pulled off the paneling on here, we
Uncovered an ugly mess.
we uncovered an ugly mess. And this big wire here runs along all the way down, and we're gonna have to box that in to make it look nice and clean. We're not gonna just leave it like that. So we had to make a run to Home Depot, and we couldn't take the truck because we started throwing the trash and all that away. All the old paneling, just stuff we don't want. So we put the Range Rover to work. Yep, first time the Range Rover got anything on it from Home Depot. We did break the drywall a little bit, but we'll use the other end. We'll be fine. So back to work. We're going to finish fixing this part up, and then I'll update you guys. Finally, we got the blocking all in to save material. I just spaced them out 4 foot, and we doubled it up just to bring the wall out a little bit. So we got the first piece up, put this piece up. Now we're doing the cap for here, the top, and then we're gonna put this piece up, and then we'll go ahead and continue down that way. It should look good when it's all finished. You won't see that wire anymore. We should flush mount some speakers in there, Evan.
What?
We should flush mount some speakers in the wall.
Oh my god.
All right, so we got the first coat of spackle on. I did a light sand and started applying a second coat. That wall turned out great. A lot cleaner. Pardon all the mess, because I do not have anywhere else to keep all this stuff right now. So, looking good. We're gonna sand it up and start painting. All right, guys, so I think it's day 3. When did we start? Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, well, kind of day 3.5, day 4. So I'm done spackling. Now I'm going back and sanding. As you can see, sanding is a mess. We did go to Home Depot and pick out the colors. Check these out. So the wall is going to be this gray. I believe it's called Euro Gray. And then the ceiling is going to be this black. It's almost like a matte black. And then the walls, we're going to paint on each side. We're going to paint the stripes. Here you got your BMW M colors, your red, your medium blue, royal blue, and then a lighter blue. So I'm going to have stripe going up this wall right here, and then one coming down this one right here. And I think that will look good with the floor. And we're actually gonna do a Swiss tracks. And I ordered it from a YouTuber. His name's Dan. He goes by Normal Guy Supercar. And he's an authorized dealer. And he actually gave me a better price than I could get directly on Swiss Tracks website. So we're gonna do all black, and then we're gonna have the M colors stripe right here in the middle. And then there'll be an edge. We'll just do a black edge there. And that's ordered. If you guys are interested, I'll put Dan, Normal Guy Supercars, link, his website, his YouTube. I'll put it down in the description below if you want to check it out. And over here, this turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm going to get sand and some paint. Nothing right here. I'll just get a rectangular M or some BMW poster, framed artwork, something to put right there. And then Evan printed me out some pictures with the 535, some old school pictures from when we first started, and I'm gonna get them framed, and I think I'll put them over here, nice little display. I think there's like 8 pictures, maybe do 4 and 4. That'll look good. And then we're gonna move the toolbox and all the tools, we're gonna put them along that wall right there. I'm actually gonna probably pick up another one of these cabinets and a smaller toolbox, one of the ones that are just this section right here, a little bit shorter, and get rid of that old one in the back, probably put it in the basement just for other tools, painting supplies, keep it in the basement, because that thing is old and is falling apart. So I finished sanding most of the areas, but there is some still drying. You can see where it's a little darker. Everything else is sanded, so while I wait for that to dry, I'm gonna start cutting out the ceiling, and there is some wet spots on the ceiling too, so I can't roll anything on. So I'm just gonna cut it out, and then by that time, hopefully everything else is dry, and then I can go back and sand all the other spots. If not, I'll just continue cutting where I've sanded and everything's ready to go. And the paint I'm using, I got it from Home Depot. It's this Behr Scuff Defense. It's about $33 a gallon. And man, I spent almost $500 at Home Depot between, I got a 5-gallon bucket for the wall paint, because we're gonna go through that. I got 2 gallons of the black ceiling paint, and I got 1 gallon of each of the red and the blues for the stripes. But yeah, $500, and that was the second trip. First trip was about $200 with the spackle, tools, you know, your knives, your pan, and other miscellaneous stuff, your tape. I don't normally look this dirty. But anyway, guys, if you guys are new, please make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, smash that like button for me and help this video get shared. Back to painting. almost done the ceiling. I put 2 coats on. It's looking pretty good. Some nail pops that I missed. We didn't put new drywall on, we just reused the drywall that was up here. As you can see, the nail holes from pulling off that pegboard that was up, we had to fill all that. This big hole down in here, my wife pulled into the garage too much and hit a bucket and knocked a hole through the wall. I don't know what this big hole was, no idea, but not there anymore. So we're gonna finish up the second coat of the ceiling, and then we're gonna get started on the walls. It sounds like a monsoon out there. It's coming down. All right, ceiling is completed. Now we need to sand this wall. We didn't do it yet, but everything else is done. All right, let's open up this paint.
Do you want to open up the little thing or just the whole?
Just undo this. I can't do it because I'm holding the camera. Got it. Let's pour some in here. Check out one of those little spouts that they had there. All right, so we have 2 coats on the ceiling, 2 coats on the walls, and I started stenciling in the M badge, the logo, the colors. Let me show you what, had a little issue here. I fixed this one, but over on the other side, I'll show you. I just finished the second coat of the gray, and I taped up the angle for the light blue. When I started taking the tape off, it started peeling this paint off, because I'm gonna let it cure for, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2. So I'm gonna let it cure overnight before I continue. Anyway, this is wet. I can't do anything to this. Come add another piece of tape and do the darker blue. This side, you can see where I touched it up, I think, right here. I taped it. I didn't like the way the angle was, and it peeled the paint up. So I touched that up, let that dry, and I'll hit it again tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to do 1 color a day just to let it dry, fully cure for the day, and then I shouldn't have any more problems. But overall, I think it looks 10 times better. I ordered some artwork to cover up the sub panel. What else? I ordered some artwork for the wall over there. And I already have pictures that Evan printed up for me with the old 535 M Sport. And I'm gonna put them on this wall here, get some new switch covers for those outlets there. But overall, I think it looks so much better. The honeycomb lights, we'll add them later down the road. I decided to do the floor first, and that was a big expense. And the lights, the honeycomb lights aren't cheap either, so we are gonna do them eventually as well. So I let the paint dry, and I taped out the red stripe first. I'm gonna do that one. And that's just because this is so fresh, this light blue, that I'm gonna skip the darker blue so I don't have to tape there. By tomorrow, I can tape this, and I can paint the center one. Finally, all the hard part is out of the way. Well, I'm hoping that's all the hard part. The painting's done. The drywall painting, all that's done. All that's left now is the floor and coping. Super stoked. The flooring just came in as well. Let me turn it around here. There it is. Thank you, Dan, from Normal Guy Supercar for the hookup and super fast shipping. What was it, like 3 days? I think
Yeah,
3 or 4 days, something like that. I was expecting a week or two, but it's here. So tomorrow we're gonna start installing the flooring. Let's take a peek at this real quick. Nice. We got the black, and I got a little special treat. I don't want to spoil it. Flooring's here. We're gonna get that started. So let me show you so far what we have going on. What do you guys think? Smash that like button if you're liking it so far. I went out and grabbed another cabinet so it's symmetrical, and another toolbox here because the other one was falling apart. So I put that one down in the basement, and it'll just hold like our paint supplies, our household stuff. So I think it's looking hot. Once that floor goes in, it's gonna be out of this world. All we need now is an M parked right here. That one's coming soon, don't worry. Smash that like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe, and let's get to installing this floor next.
All right, so the Swiss tracks, it's pretty easy to install. You start in your corner with the flat edge, and then the prong side on the right and the bottom, and then they just clip right in. Pretty easy. That stripe, the M stripe, is gonna go all the way out. All right, now that we have the floor done, we're gonna put some coping, a little base molding. It's a vinyl 4-inch. Show you what we got here. This is the adhesive for it. A little attachment so we can go along the baseboard. And this is it. It's a commercial grade. I'm gonna put that down, and it should make it pop. All right, guys, it's all done. It looks super hot. We should have done this from the beginning. Evan said it like 3-4 times. Why didn't we do this from the beginning? But it is all done. Let me flip this camera around. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button. I love this floor.
We still got the tape up because it's dry.
Yeah, there's some, that's area still drying. That's why we got tape on the wall on the coping. But man, it turned out really nice. This floor is so easy to install. Thanks again to Normal Guy Supercar for hooking us up with the Swiss tracks. It looks good. We got new toolboxes. This here I got off of Etsy, looking sharp. Now all we need is a car.
And the lights.
Oh, and the lights. Yeah, we gotta do. First, we gotta get rid of the garage. We're gonna do the roll-up kind.
If we can.
Yeah, if we can, so we can get rid of all this framing, and then we can put the honeycomb lights in because it's kind of pointless to put them in right now with the garage door right there.
Or if we get the one that like Normal Guy Supercar has, where it goes on the side, I don't know if it's gonna fit though. We can still get rid of this. And we can have the lights in the middle.
I am still waiting on frames to put the pictures up on this wall, and then some artwork over there. And then on this wall, I got a nice big vinyl BMW logo. It's gonna go up on that wall. And we'll just add as we go. I like to get some neon. Evan found a nice liquid moly neon sign. That would look good up here, but we'd have to get something, we'd have to get two to make it symmetrical.
2 neon lights, not the same one.
No, two different neon lights. That would look good up there. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you in the next video.